Okay. So if you're seated cross-legged or if you're in a chair, what we're going to do is start to organize this architecture, right? The architecture of the body. So you can internally rotate, and I'm utilizing, this is where yoga and Qi Gong are very, very similar, right? So I'm going to internally rotate the flesh of my right thigh and then my left. Here's a woodpecker outside. So I can feel it go like through my body. All right, broaden the collarbones, lift up the sternum. And whether you're in a chair or on the floor, just press the feet down into the ground and you'll notice how that generates movement upwards, right? That's what we're working with all the time. And if you're cross-legged, you can really feel that. It's the interior spiral moving across the foot and the shins, over the femur and the thighs and the hip bones. So just kind of play with that for a minute, right? Notice what happens when you're pressing at the ball of the foot if you're seated, or the outside edge of the foot, the inside of the heel. And if you're seated in a chair, I'm going to ask you to find the arches of your feet and begin to draw energy up through the arches. And if you're in a chair or cross-legged, all of us are going to draw up on the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, which in Qigong land is the earthly doors. And that's a doming, it's an arch. So then migrate upward and find where your trachea branches down off into your right and left lung. And begin to line those up. And then migrate upwards even more to the roof of the mouth. And then the crown of the skull. Right, this is the cathedral of you. And the crown of the skull is the heavenly gate. So you want to have that open as though light can begin to pour down into you, into the well of you. Right, so a little minutia of movement. Notice as well, as I am, that perhaps your ribs are turning to the right or the left. And then notice if your pelvis, whether you're in a chair or on the floor, is parallel to the floor, right? You don't want to spill out of it. And if you're not sure about that, then really kind of spill out of it so that you can find that plumb line back to center. And then try and have your right and left eardrum equidistant from your right and left shoulder. As we inhale and exhale. Okay, and we're going to utilize the Puriyan Mudra. So the thumb, pinky, and middle finger are together. Yeah. And my elbows are just kind of hanging down at my sides, right? Because when I lift my elbows up like this, then my shoulder blades begin to wing out, and that can tip my shoulder forward and my chest collapses. So you don't want to do that. Here. And then we're going to bring the mudra down just below the belly button at the lower dantian. And the fingers, it's almost like there's magnets between them. Right? So they're touching, but it's, in fact, what I encourage you to do is feel the space between them. All right. And we're going to cycle through each dantian, each energy center. in an orbit, and I'm going to guide us through it, okay? So earthly doors are closed, heavenly gates open. You can also consider smiling. There's enough fuckery in the world. So take a regular inhale and exhale. And then on the next inhalation, begin to draw light and energy into your hands. And gently hold it. Begin to harness it. And then exhale, allow it to flow into you. And again, inhale. Gently hold it. And exhale. Right, you're drawing in all of the light of the heavens, which is literally the light and power of the sun and the stars. We'll take another breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then take another inhale. And then send this light and energy skipping up over the back of your spine, over your forehead, and bring your hands to the upper dantian. You can gently press your thumb into the third eye. And we'll be here for 3 breaths. So inhale. Gently hold it. Exhale, allow all of this light and energy to flow into you. Perhaps smoothing synapses, clearing cobwebs. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And perhaps you can start to feel this light flowing into your eyes and your eye sockets, into your sinus cavities, just flowing and clearing. And then inhale, slowly, slowly. Bring your hands to the middle dantian, to the heart, about 3 to 4 inches in front of your sternum. Retain the breath, harness it. And then exhale, allow this light and energy to nourish your heart, the human. And again, inhale. And exhale. Flowing into you. One more, inhale. And if you need to release the breath before I give the prompt, please do. Honor your lungs. And exhale. We'll do one more cycle. So inhale back down to the root dantian. And on the exhale, perhaps you can feel all of this light and energy flowing into your hips, your sacrum, your thighs, just really rooting you to the earth. And again, inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. You may consider that the deeper we are rooted to the earth, the more we are able to draw from it. And exhale. And then take another inhalation. And again, send light and energy over each vertebrae, in between the spaces, and back to the upper dantian. Take an inhale. And perhaps you can consider funneling all of the wisdom and compassion of the universe into you. I'm going to take another inhale. And exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. And then inhale. Slowly, slowly back to the heart. Gathering and harnessing. And exhale, nourishing. And again, inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. So for the next minute, because this is literally a tool of self-awareness, right? You notice they're different. Ideally, they all become equally balanced and strong. So I encourage you to utilize the mudra and 3 breaths to draw into you what you need, okay? whether it's in the lower dantian or upper or the middle. But attend to yourself. And after the third breath, just take a regular inhale. And you can exhale through your mouth. And then simply peel the fingertips away from each other. Feel the energy of the heavens falling upon your palms. And then turn the hands down, feel the energy of the earth rising up to meet them. And this is one of my favorite parts. Slowly push down. And notice how you can start to condense energy. And then bring your hands to the human. And notice the difference between bone, muscle, skin. Right? All part of a cohesive unit, but each one has a different quality. And then you can open your eyes if they were closed. If you're seated cross-legged, and please extend your legs and just ankle, knee, point and flex your toes, get some energy back in there, some flow. How you guys feel? Useful? Grounded? Good. So for me, it really is like, it's almost like if you've done ohms, and you move an ohm up through the central channel, right? And that's a diagnostic tool in yoga land, right? You can recognize where energy may be stuck or more open, and then do a yoga pose depending upon what you need at that moment, both energetically and for the gross anatomy of the body. Right, so this is just one more tool in that, and then do some movement that works to help sustain whatever it is that you need or nourish. Or does that make sense? Did you guys notice a difference between the three centers? Yeah. Anybody want to share? We are going to do some movement in a second, but
It's much harder for me to access and move energy through my lower dantian and my legs than it is for me in the upper body.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Okay.
Me as well. But I've been stuck there for a while, so I constantly trying to blast through.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Anybody else? No? All right. Cool. So we're gonna rise, do a little discharge practice, and then move into I think the 5 elements. Today is the right, Mary. Today's the last of the 6-week, or maybe Nancy knows. Somebody knows. I believe it's the last of the 6-week series. Then we're going to take a break and then come back in May. Right. So that's the plan. So we'll move into the 5 elements, and then we'll pick up again with it in May. So I'm on the ground, and I do this often because the ability to come from the floor up to standing without using hands is really important. Ryan, don't use your hands. It's really important, right? Our agility is huge, especially as we get older, right? So just try and stand up. And I'm going to move my mat out of the way because I like to be able to really touch the floor. So the discharge practice, it's called the shake. And let me see if you guys can totally see me. We're going to do about 5 minutes of it. Sometimes a 20-minute discharge is amazing. I'm just going to put on a little Ludovico. So the idea with the discharge practice is that we literally are discharging the nervous system, and we disorganize and then reorganize through form. Let me move this because I realize you don't need to see that much floor. Sorry. All right. So start off in your mountain. So feet are either together or hip width apart, doesn't matter, right? Because everybody's got different feet. And if you're not sure, look at them. Toes are facing forward, right? And we're going to take a moment and align ourselves away again in the way that we did with our seated mountain. So this is our standing mountain. Okay, my hands are going to be in the Taiji Mudra. If you identify as female in this moment, left hand over right. If male, right hand over left. Hands are together at the thumb webbing. Okay, so do all of those little things. Exterior rotation of the upper legs, interior rotation of the shin. Broaden the collarbones, lift up the sternum. Heavenly gates open, earthly doors are closed. Put a slight grip in the toes, and this will cause the arches to rise. This is the bubbling well. As we inhale and exhale. And if you're clenching your butt, release it. Because I know somebody was. Right? You'll notice that your spine can lengthen when you do that. And begin to connect again with the energy moving up through the earth. And also back down, the magnetic energy of the earth. Also your own heart, creating the same shape of that energy. As we inhale and exhale. Notice what you hear from your right eardrum and your left. Find the underside of your sternum. Graze your mind over it. I like to imagine that on it is the Tibetan symbol for Om. It's like my breastplate in a way. And then from here, inhale, release the mudra. Feel the air on your right hand and the left. Step one foot out to the right. Okay, and I think we've done this before, but I'm gonna actually ask you to step back. And then do that again with the full knowledge that the entire practice can be in that one movement. Step out. It's different, huh? And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale into the sky. Inhale, reach the right fingertips, taste the sky, left fingertips. Right? Connect the heavens and the earth through the human. Feel it coursing through you from right hand all the way from left foot and right foot through left hand. Inhale, reach up. Maybe your heels come up off the ground. Exhale. Inhale, turn the palms up. That's it. Slight bend in the elbows. Begin to bend down. Keep your upper body up as much as possible. And then inhale. Jump up and release, right? In all of the ways that that means. Release all the patterns, release all the shit. Putter the lips. Shake the fingers out. Okay, and then we're gonna just move through our bodies, disorganizing both the gross body and the subtle body. Tap the fingers on the top of the skull. You can utilize the hum sound. Right, and really feel the crown of the skull. Begin to really open and activate that. And it's tender, yeah? And then the sides, you can run your fingers through your hair, which feels awesome. Reach back, grab a hold of your neck, drop the head forward of the muscle of the neck, and it's kind of like picking up a cat. Yeah. And then take the heels of the hands to the ears, press in and pull away. Okay, restoring equilibrium, do that about 9 times. You may notice that it begins to drain down the eustachian tube, yeah? And then 2 fingers, because we are in allergy season, 2 fingers sides of the nose. Clearing sinuses, nasal passages. Coming down the throat. Right, again, this is diagnostic, self-diagnostic. How are your lymph nodes? And then take the palms, cupping them. Oh, there it is. All that pollen in the lungs. Both hands. Press. Back to the leg. arms. I was makes me feel like a little kid when I do this. Other arm. Right, we're mapping our bodies with our hands. So let's do a little kidney warming. Take the palms, rub them together. So the heat in your palms coming from the heart. Inhale. Bring the hands to your kidneys, lift the chest, exhale into your palms. Maybe noticing if the right and left kidney are feeling a little different from each other, probably. Let's do that one again, right? So fire element heating the water element. Hands to kidneys, inhale, lift the chest, exhale. Fascinating, right? Always a good thing to do. Let's release the wrists. And then, so Ryan, this might be useful. Take the palm, roll it around the wrist. Yep. Heating tendons and ligaments. And then the other one. And opening the shoulders a little bit. Spiraling energy up through the legs, out through the hands. And then, one hip, other hip. Go the other way. Notice if like it gets stuck. Yep. Or not. Other one. You may even notice in this movement, I mean all movements, how it affects the other side of the body and how you have to compensate, right? We're always compensating and shifting. Oh, and there's one more thing. I forgot to do this last week. This is one of my favorite things to do. And then we'll just freestyle for a sec. Take your hand, grab the muscles of it's where your pec starts to insert into the shoulder, and grab it. And then lean forward and let your arms swing kind of like a pendulum. And then go the other way. Kind of fascinating, the stuff that gets stuck in there. And then the other one. Right hand to the left. Hold on to yourself. And again, notice where things get stuck. I mean, maybe even drop your awareness into the head of your humerus. Moving around in the shoulder socket. Maybe even kind of flirt with your labrum. Which sounds really dirty, but it's not. All right, freestyle for 1 minute. Yeah, just undo all the fuckery. And then begin to slow it down. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just stop. As Master Wu says, look within. Notice and observe. And then inhale. Turn the palms over, step the right foot back to the left. The fingertips face each other, the palms face the earth. We're smoothing down the meridians of the subtle body as we come back into the Taiji Mudra. All right, we're going to move into 5 elements. I'm going to show it from the side first. And I think what we're going to do is start off with fire, water, and earth. All right. So fire is heart element, which we were just playing with. Water is kidneys. Okay. Earth is spleen. Right? Everything is within us and everything is around us. We are part of everything and we are everything. So, from the side, right? This is my standing mountain. And you can see, like, I don't want to overarch my lower back because it compresses my lumbar vertebrae and it just does all these funky things. So, slight tuck down and lift up of the lower ribs. And then fire. And I'll guide us through it, but I'm going to turn my left foot out at a 45-degree angle, heel toe up into fire. And then exhale, water, right? Flowing. And you can see why this is kidneys, right? Hello, kidneys. Stepping back, mountain. That's it. All right, so you guys have that. I'm going to do it this way. So from your standing mountain, inhale, exhale. Inhale, turn the right foot out at a 45-degree angle. Release the mudra. Okay. Read the air with your palms. Inhale, rise up, fire. And hold it. Flames coming from your fingertips. Right? I like to think sometimes that I'm burning off anything I don't need. Inhale. Exhale, flow. Like a wave. Water. That's it. Stepping back to mountain. Inhale. Exhale, turn the palms up. Draw earth energy into your body. Intertwine the fingers, thumb tip together, roll the shoulders back, press up. This is earth. Inhale. Exhale, pull apart and press out. Press out so much you get some space between your sternum and your ribs, your spine and your ribs. Inhale. Exhale, press down. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Turn the left foot out at a 45-degree angle. Step the right foot forward. So this is like a very high warrior one. The hips are square. Bring the arms into bear pose. That's it, Mary. Drop the elbows down just a little bit. Yeah. And for one moment, just kind of inhale. Press the fingers out. Exhale. Right. And then inhale. Turn to the right. This is metal element associated with the lungs. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, step back. Inhale. Exhale, release the mudra. Step the right foot out at a 45-degree angle. Step the left foot forward. Square those hips. Knee always over the ankle. Inhale. That's it. Exhale. So my left foot is forward. Inhale. Turn to the left. Feel the energy between your palms. Feel the energy rising up through your foot. Inhale. This is wood element. Exhale. This is associated with the liver. Coming back to center. Inhale. Exhale, step back, mountain. Okay, you might feel, and because it's a bit of a twist, right? So that's where we're working with the organs, opening the lungs. Find your mountain. We're going to do the whole thing again. Inhale. Exhale. Release the mudra. See if you can feel air moving in between your fingers. Step the left foot out at a 45-degree angle. We're going to do fire. Inhale, rise up, fire. Beautiful. Nice, Nancy. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting the sternum. And then inhale. Flowing through water. Step back, mountain. Remember, the earthly doors are closed, heavenly gates open. Inhale. Release the mudra, step the right foot out, 45-degree angle. Exhale, reading the air. And then inhale, rising up, fire. Heart. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale, flow, and really see if you can notice how you are literally pushing molecules of air. And each step is spreading outward as though you were standing on water. Step back, mountain. Inhale. Release the hands and then gather earth into you. Feel it nourishing your bones, cartilage, organs. Intertwine your fingers, thumb tips together. Roll the shoulders back. Press up. Press, press, press. Inhale. Pull the hands apart. Again, noticing how you are simply changing the space around you. And then pressing out. Inhale. Exhale. Reach your fingers, straighten them, expand your fingers so much that you can not just touch the sides of the room, but move through the sides of the room with your mind. And then inhale, exhale, press down. Notice that this pressing down, you may feel a bit taller. Taiji Mudra. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot out again. Right foot forward. Come into bear. Inhale, press the fingers out. Exhale, release. Inhale. Turn to the right. Try to keep that knee where it is. Connect the energy between the palms. Inhale. This is metal. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, step back, mountain. Look within. Inhale. Exhale, release. Step the right foot out at a 45-degree angle. Left foot forward. Come into bear. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your awareness for a moment to your back ribs. Feel them. Inhale. And exhale. And just pause here for a moment and do that again. Right? We forget we are three-dimensional. Can you find the back bottom ribs? Can you find your spine where there are no ribs? And then inhale, turn to the left, energy of the palms connecting. Wood element for your liver. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale back to center. Step back, mountain. Pause and notice. Release the mudra. Draw the arms around. I mean, what if every cell of your body suddenly blinked awake? Fingertips face each other, palms face the earth, smoothing, reading, noticing. Hands come back to the Taiji Mudra. The music gets very dramatic right now. And release, and we'll just come and sit for a minute to close out, okay? The chime. How's everybody doing? Good. So you know, white Tara behind me, as some of you guys know. Ryan, I'm not sure if you know this, but she has eyes in each palm and the soles of her feet and another in her third eye. Basically, she has 7. So, and she's also tattooed on my back in white ink. But when you're just reading and noticing, there's no judgment, right? Every moment you're just like, oh, that's, wow, yeah, that's cool, or that, you know, but there's none of that language of like, this sucks, or you suck, or, right? So during the whole practice, it's just noticing, noticing, noticing. And if that's infused with the intention of compassion and the well-being of others, what a beautiful practice. And then to take that into our daily lives, right? When you're at the deli or the bodega or walking down the street, noticing, noticing, compassion, loving kindness. Somebody asked me earlier today, they're like, why are you so nice to me? And I'm like, why shouldn't I be? They're like, you've seen some crazy things. And I'm like, that's exactly why I am nice to you. Right? That's exactly why. Why shouldn't we?